Hi everyone, it's Bitcoin from
the Big Jabowski.
This round I fight Red Mask from the guild The Awakened Heroes. Now, as you can see here immediately, Red Mask has a 5-star General Skywalker. It's got about 4.9 mil GP. Lifetime score is a bit lower. And you can already tell here that he has invested a lot in the relics that he has, like Relic 6, Jedi Knight Revan. Relic 7, Padme, that's also one of those relics where you're like, are those last levels really necessary? So speed's pretty slow as well, and he tends to do pretty much the same thing on defense, which I'll show you in a moment. First, I actually want to show you something fun, because as you may have picked up from one of my previous Grand Arena videos, I'm working towards, oh god, get out of here. I'm working towards Supreme Leader Kylo. And right now I'm at a very fun milestone of 99 out of 100 shards on Hux and 99 out of 100 on Sith Trooper. And I bought one of these 100 crystal refreshes, and I got 0 shards. So since I've already bought all of those refreshes today, and like this is gonna start costing 100 as well, there's really no point for me to keep pushing it, and I'll have to wait until tomorrow. Same story with Sith Trooper as well, he's also at 100. So looks like I won't be starting on this today, and it's going to be tomorrow, but then I'll finally be ready. Yeah, pretty disappointed about that. But let's get into the Grand Arena match and not drag it out too long, because like I said, it's not a particularly special opponent. He hasn't really done anything different or interesting. Up top here, he hasn't attacked, you can see he put his bounty hunters with Nest. He's got a Geosteam, where I want to quickly check the spy because I haven't done that. 167, that's a very slow spy with base crit chance, so that's not so great for him. For me it really varies, like depending on the opponent, sometimes I'll check almost everything that they have because I really need to find the tiny weaknesses that I can exploit. And sometimes an opponent like this, the weaknesses are very obvious and I don't really go super in depth and just check things during the fights themselves. Maybe I'll change that up if it ever backfires, but for now, being able to check the modding on the spot usually works for me. Then over here he's got his Padme team, but together with Barris, and that's a bit of a problem for him because hopefully I'll be able to use my EP over here. Let me just quickly ensure, well, they're not going to be too fast either way, so that might be something that I'll try out. It's really nice if there's no C3PO, then it's really vulnerable to a Emperor Palpatine counter if you have a fast enough Darth Vader, which I do. In the bottom here he's got his Night Sisters, and he's got a Karth team with a Gear 8 Canderous Ordo. I feel like he could have at least put some other character in there. Maybe this makes people try to use troopers and then get stuck on Zalbar or something. I'm not quite sure what his thought process was there, but I'm guessing it's just put OR guys together. So Night Sisters down here, and I'll get started with these right away without dragging this out any further. Now for this one I will be bringing Watt because I've kept him for this. Don't really want to risk getting stuck or having to use an extra team to clean these up. So let's get started with this fight. Now apologies if I'm a little bit low on energy, I'm slightly sleep deprived. And I just had to push out the territory war map. Let's take a look. Oh, I even have to think about the tech, I guess that tells you enough. This one on Boba, and then we can get the party started. Now there was a pretty interesting post on Reddit about how you can use the Mandalorian in a bounty hunter setup and allow yourself to use his insta-kill ability in the second turn that he takes. So if you haven't looked at Reddit in a while, that's something I would recommend looking into. It should be somewhere up high today. This is 4 debuffs that can be dispelled. I'm going to risk it on this one just because I have Watt and I can afford to. That was a kill, good. Usually I wouldn't quite risk that one, but in this case it made plenty of sense. Let's cleanse this. Although the taunting tech I guess should have cleansed it, but he had plague, so I believe that doesn't cleanse it in that scenario. Now I'll just attack Spirit for a little bit. Give the health tech, I mean there's not much of a point in handing out health tech at this point usually. But I do it anyway, just so you get the extra assist from Watt, because someone has some tech laying around. Let me just check these. Maybe. Let's try. Yeah. Nice. Django hitting nicely today. Boba. Why do I mix these guys up? So yeah, the team that I was talking about, if you're curious about the post, it's pretty cool. It uses Mando in the leadership. Then it has Greef Karga, the new guy. And then it has Boba Fett, Dengar, and that's the 5. And then that allows you to keep Django in another team, like a separatist team, which a lot of people do nowadays. So finally there's sort of that answer that a lot of people have been looking for, to not have to split up their like to not sort of ruin their bounty hunter team, because a bounty hunter team before Mandalorian without Django is kind of lame. It's pretty underwhelming in my opinion, and I think a lot of other people agree there. So it's nice that there's finally some kind of answer to that, to allow that to happen. I'm just getting the kills here with other people, but that's fine. My banners are full. Zombies not taking any turns. Yeah, I think everyone's full here. Just making sure. Because that sneaky revive there in the end got me. Okay, then up against the Karth team. What can I miss? Probably CLS, I'm thinking. I don't really need CLS for anything else up here, nor for anything that he might have in the back, so let's just go undersized with CLS. I can probably do something else as well. Just going to give it a thought for a second before going in. Ewoks could probably do it, but I will definitely lose some banners, so there's not really much of a reason for me to do this, besides wanting to play it safe for the back. But this guy generally goes really heavy on offense, with just Padme on defense as his strongest defensive team, and then I think he does still have Grievous in the back. Maybe even kept that for offense this round. That would be interesting, I guess. But I don't foresee him being able to break both of my front walls with everything that I said on defense. Alright, let's hope. Yeah, if you compare this to the last time, I think in my last video where I attacked mission first, and it was very, like, a really big difference. I didn't bring C3PO, but I immediately dropped all of her protection. In this case, this is a much tankier mission, so attacking her first is actually fine. For now, I'm going to go and put this one on Zalbar, and I want to try to stun Juhani, which unfortunately did not happen. I can do this, put her in stealth. Don't think she's going to take over with her taunt just yet. Ah, she does, okay. That's my bad then. Trying to max banners here might be tricky. I'll have to see. This one will trigger Zalbar, but I think my Commander Luke... Oh, no, it doesn't. That's fine for me. Let's get a stun going. So just need a little bit more here, and this should actually be it. Yeah. Okay, nice. So we got 62, and let's see what's in the back. Yeah, he did put Grievous on defense, and then his first order team. So nothing really I would have wanted to keep CLS for. I do have to be a bit mindful of this first order team here. Don't exactly remember what I budgeted for it. So I'll have to think about that for a second. But I'm already going to start going up top here. I don't expect my opponent to attack until after I'm done. So definitely not waiting for that. So something that I could do here is use EP and bring Nihilus, and then over here just do Treya Nest. Do Rey Jedi Training up against this. And then I still have JKR and Padme over here in the back, so I could just Padme the first order. Now there is of course the risk that I don't make it up against their Padme. That would be very unfortunate, but it is a realistic chance. So let's just get started with that one. And in the event that I don't make it, then I probably won't be clearing this guy. Maybe... Like, the tricky thing is here, I'm already putting Nihilus in up front, and in the event that I fail, then I don't have Treya, Scion, Nihilus. Like, I could still Plo nest this team. That means that I don't have Treya, Scion, and Nihilus to try something up against the Grievous team. Nor EP, so yeah, it's like, it forces me to make a decision right now to commit to it, and that's not so ideal, but I'll just go with it. Empire. So just gear 12s. It's pretty crazy to send a bunch of gear 12s in on them, and really this could backfire super hard if for some reason I don't manage to land a whole lot of debuffs or really don't stun anyone with Emperor Palpatine. My main advantage here is this guy, Darth Vader, who is at 253 speed at gear 12 with, I think, 1 gear 12 plus piece. So because of all the Jedi that are on their side and the Empire guys on my side, I can very nicely outspeed their team. So let's go with this and hope it works out. Anything I'm overlooking? Well, Barriss is going to gain turn meter and she's going to cleanse some people, but Thrawn should hopefully put the fracture on, and that should help me control the other team. So let's get going. I could also consider bringing Scion instead of TFP, so that I do have a tank to take some incoming damage, but I mean, they're not going to survive these high relic guys. Scion just won't. With Treya lead, he has a lot of crit avoidance, that helps a little bit, but without it, he would just go down. So let's go with this and bring the extra ability block and the extra buff immunity from TFP. Alright, please debuffs on GK. Good, all 4. That's very good to see. Okay, I want to try to get an ability block over on Padme. Nothing. This one only puts tenacity down if I crit, which I cannot do on Padme, so I'm going to go for Anakin here. And this is the big moment, because if I don't land this one on Padme, then I'm in trouble, I think. Yeah, well, I do still have the drain, but I think I'm going to start losing someone very, very quickly. This has to be an ability block, I think. I don't think there's anyone else who can get me that one, but there's still the protection up. I thought I would burn through it there and then apply the ability block. That didn't happen. Maybe if I can kill off Jedi Knight Anakin a bit quicker, that could help me out here. And here Barriss taking a turn and dispelling debuffs feeds me a lot of turn meter again, so that's really good. Let's take this and try it again, please. Finally. That's a relief. Okay. Now I'm in pretty good shape. Let's just go for Anakin, take him out. I could probably drain again if I swap to Nihilus. Or I can try for another stun with EP. Let's go for EP. Oh, I thought he had it available. That's not good. Whoops. Well, he barely survived that one. At least Padme didn't go for him there. I really thought she would. That would have made a lot more sense, but hey, no complaints from me. Okay, so he's still alive. I'm going to go with the shocks here, because that heals him just like the last ability does. Let's go for Ahsoka next. So far I'm still decently in control and Anakin is gone, so I'm in a pretty comfortable position. GK still has buff immunity, so that's quite alright. Now I want to put the fracture on Padme and give a shock to Ahsoka, and I can get an Annihilate in here. I think I'll put it on Padme, because the others are just not so much of a threat, and I think I can take out Ahsoka before she takes another turn here. Maybe maybe not. Ooh, that's a close ability block there. Yeah, I did manage. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to recover Vader. So this is really the downside of putting Barriss in. Because I didn't land so many ability blocks, I had a bit of bad luck and lost some banners, but if I can stall out the fight long enough, I should be able to even recover them. So I'm going to try and do that. Unfortunately, what I don't have right now is Treya to reduce the cooldowns on my Thrawn so that I can get more turn meter swaps in. But I should still be able to recover banners on my Nihilus. EP, that's not going to happen, but that's okay. Put a shock down. Don't want to do any specials. Now the only downside is that this is not going to... it does fill it up, okay. So now I'm going to get the kill before Kenobi here manages to pick anyone off. I'll just lose one banner, but I will happily take that up against such a heavy relict Nihilus team. I almost blew my banners there. I thought Vader would go before EP. Okay, nice. So that went pretty much as planned, but as you can tell there in the beginning, if you don't land the debuffs on GK, then you don't have a turn meter train, and it can go really, really poorly, really quickly. So that makes this match a whole lot easier for me. Let's go over to Treya, Scion, and Nest. Scoundrel. There we go. Now, because the spy is so low relict, I can almost definitely do this without Nest. I'm not really sure why I keep bringing her, but it's okay. It's like just impossible to lose like this against a spy like that. And I could also go without Scion and just let Nest tank everything, but I guess the outcome is that Treya always dies. And in this case, like I said, I didn't need Scion with Emperor Palpatine, so that's fine as well. It's a bit of a matter of picking your fights well. An AoE doesn't make so much sense. You daze them, but then they don't keep reducing their cooldowns, and someone will cleanse anyway. So something that I could try to do is get a kill on the weakest guy here, which is Poggle. Spy still hit fairly hard there, considering his low crit chance, and his gear 12. So nice for him. Now Scion gets his creepy hand. I could probably also learn the actual name, but where's the fun in that? Take Sunfac out. Now I can probably get away with the AoE. Yeah, got a couple kills there. Pick off Spy and clean it up. Oh wow, that wasn't a kill. Well, that's gonna make this fight drag out a little bit. Can we get the kill? Thank you. So that's 59. I mean, if I would have left Scion out and Treya would have died, then I guess I would have ended up at the same, I think. Max possible then is 63. Someone dies, someone loses protection. Yeah, that's 59. So it's interesting if you want to try to save a character. Now over here I'll use Rage Jedi Training. I'll just get into that already. I don't need C3PO for anything else because I already used my... Okay, so maybe I'll just go in with 5. Yeah, should be fine. I can go with 4 and probably beat them all the same, but there's not really any incentive to do that. Yeah, like right now what matters a lot is that R2 lands exposes. If he would land no exposes, for example, I'd get damaged a lot and maybe lose a character. I think if I bring C3PO, that chance drops to just about 0, because I can call in the extra group attacks and still gain a lot of turn meter. So it's nice to bring him for that scenario. Let's see what I do. Okay, so 3 exposes, that's like definitely good enough. Go for Boba first. Let's put this one on Finn, so he joins the party. Imagine standing there on the field of battle with your resistance friends and everyone does a group attack but you're left out. Can't leave him behind. Let's go. I'm kind of just going to rush through this one, I think. I don't want your AoE. Keep that to yourself. And then I can already start building up some offense. So yeah, the prospect of being able to use Django under a separatist team permanently, I think is really attractive for a lot of people. I guess the downside is that a lot of people are going to be gearing Galactic Legend related characters for a very long time, and this is like, yeah, sometime 2021 maybe. That's definitely a pity. Like right now I'm seeing so many cool possibilities to upgrade certain characters, but yeah, they're just not going to be a priority anytime soon. Same with Ki-Adi-Mundi, we won't actually be unlocking most guilds anyway, or I mean 7-starring until next year, which is completely insane unless we get some kind of relic bump. And even then, best case scenario, it's going to be end of the year. And when are we going to get the bandwidth to gear the characters around it? There's no Galactic Republic Jedi rework thing announced so far either. Like they said, they're not working on that in the foreseeable future. So fair enough, it's not even attractive to work on them right now, and I guess they just kind of waited with that until more people start unlocking their Ki-Adi-Mundi. But yeah, it's weird. Let's do some auto basic stuff here besides Finn's specials, though I think he can already hit hard enough to get through. R2 can definitely still burn though. Gotta get Dengar out eventually. And I don't think he's going to unstealth anytime soon. Start doing basics. Please unstealth. I will... Nope. Ugh, so annoying. That's the downside of bringing C3PO. It takes a lot longer to get Nest out of that cycle. But I have still been using a lot of specials. Wow. BB-8 getting a big hit there. Let's start healing a bit. I mean, the burns, they don't make so much sense because I reduce stir meter on Nest and I don't really get close enough to killing Dengar. I just have to get through here. This is an incredibly slow Nest. So I'm just gonna have to make my one-shot count here. Oh wow, that was a bit of lag there. Alright, who's gonna get it? It's Finn. Perfect. Nice. So then we do Illuminate Destiny. Hopefully still get a heal in with Finn. Yes, perfect. Alright, that's 60 as planned. Let's see what he put on defense in fleets. Look at this guy. Wow. First time I think he ever put his negotiator. Well, that's no problem for me. Let's take a look over here. I'll finish these off first, I guess. So I've got Padme and I've got Jedi Knight Revan still. Jedi Knight Revan's going to be a bit of a stretch against this team. Let me take a look at the modding. It's 250, so it's a somewhat slow B1. Let me check who gets the taunting tech. High potency here. So definitely not going to be B2. He's got 120k. So unless Magna Guard is modded for absolute junk, he should be getting it. Yeah, he's got a pretty big lead here. But it's weird. Sometimes there's like a Relic 3 B2 and a Gear 12 Magna Guard, and Magna Guard still gets it. Sometimes there's like a Relic 2 Magna Guard and Gear 12 B2 and he gets it. There's you always have to check it. But the very low gear on Watt definitely helps me here. I think, depending on whether I crit, of course, which I guess is a bit unlikely with B1 there, I think I could take him out without the direct focus. That would be pretty nice. But I'll have to think what I want to do there. But I think I'll use my JKR over here. Just makes more sense. Padme can work, but can go very wrong because of the tech. So I'll be using JKR. That's going to be a stretch for my team. This is sort of the limit of what I'm able to take on, and then it becomes very dependent on who gets picked off when. But I'll have to make it count. In the event that I fail and I have to clean up, I do still have some geos that could help me out. And beyond that, it's going to be pretty tricky for me. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Now, a lot of people say you really need JKR up against this kind of team because what makes it so tricky to get through. I am going to use the direct focus, pretty sure. Although I'm thinking it's certainly tempting. Let's see. Let's just not play any games. Let's take him out. I want to do an AoE here because he's already maxed anyway. Oh, it's pretty laggy. Okay, that one should kill. And there we go. So Grievous was already maxed there, so that's literally the perfect timing for me to get that kill. That's what I was kind of trying to do. That's something that can help you if you use JKR up against Grievous, is pay attention to Grievous's turn meter. And if he's close to taking a turn, that's when you want to try to time the kill so that he doesn't chain up multiple AoEs or anything. Like if he literally just did an AoE and now I get a kill, then I would immediately get one again without being able to gain any buffs or protect myself in any way. And same thing with the AoE from Grandmaster Yoda. If B2 is already maxed, I might as well use it and drop the stacks on B1 because he's going to take a turn anyway. It doesn't make any difference for me, but it does help to drop this guy a bit. Wow, it's incredibly slow. I'm not even seeing what's happening here. I still have my buffs, that's good. Can't spread them to these two, but at least some of the others will get them. But now, since I have to focus on Magna Guard anyway, there's a high chance of constantly triggering this guy. For now, I'll just go with a basic. It was a bit of a gamble seeing if he would get triggered or not. He does. For some reason, B2 is not really getting to Jolie. No complaints from me. Now, I want to do a turn meter swap to someone with already high turn meter. There isn't really anyone available. I can try and go for Bastilla here to dispel this, so I can get some hits in on B2. That would be very helpful. Don't want to use the heal here, and I have to start paying attention to the time a little bit. Let's remove his turn meter. I mean, not dispel. Perfect. So hopefully I can focus on this guy a little bit now. Okay, they're starting to go for Jolie. That's when you know it's time to get out of here. I have to keep JKR alive so that he can get a direct focus off. I should have maybe hurried up and talked a bit less because the time is ticking. But JKR should have the direct focus here, and that's going to help me out. Ah, he's going to feed turn meter here. Oh, nice, no AoE because he didn't have the ability available. Come on, JKR. There we go. No AoE there. That's not smart. I'm a little bit rushed, but that's okay. I should still be able to control him here. Good. The lag is not doing me any favors at all. That's for sure. Okay, now I should be able to revive. Hopefully before Grievous goes, but not quite sure actually. Nope. Damn. That's a loss. That's a pity. It's mostly because the turn meter removal happened just before and from B1, and that allowed him to go before me. So there's no saving this one. And I'm going to be trying to clean it up with the Geos, I guess. There's just not much else I can do. I can't get through Magna Guard here either. I could try to leave him a bit lower. Oh. Too bad I don't have the assist there. I could have killed him. But Magna kills himself a little bit. Look at that. That's actually really nice for me. Okay, pretty happy with how that still ended. I knew it was a stretch for me. I got just screwed on the turn meter there by Grievous in the end. So that's what made me lose. Otherwise, I would have made it just fine. And of course, like, yeah, it's RNG dependent whether Jolie got hit there in the beginning. If he would have had more protection, he would have definitely survived up against the Grievous. Yeah, I knew it was a risk going in, but it felt like a smarter move than sending in Padme. It's actually, I think it's my first battle lost this season. I'm not quite sure. So Geos are nice to be able to whittle down the B1. Another thing that I could do if I'm concerned that I wouldn't get through him is send in Ewoks to do the same thing. But I think these guys should be able to get the job done. Because they're decently tanky. So let's go with them. That's a lot of damage from B1 though. Definitely want to heal from that. But hopefully the turn meter control here and now will be able to help me. So I'm going to put, I don't remember if Grievous ended with an AoE or anything. I think he has one available, so I'm going to try to land an ability block on him. There we go. Which I can still do in the first part here before I drop his protection. So I will be saving those to use them. Ah, perfect timing there. Okay, then we're going to clean this stuff up. Debuffs don't really matter at this point. Although that's weird. I was going to say, isn't he supposed to dispel this? But it's the lag that's not doing me any favors here. Not much of a reason to use that. There we go. So ugly on banners, but they get the job done nicely. And then I can just Padme this instead of making it a whole lot more complicated for myself. So these 5 here. And then the fleet battle in the end, and then we're good. I haven't actually checked who I might face in the final round. I'll do that at the end. I'm pretty curious who I might be up against. Let's go for this guy first in the back here. They'll dispel GK for sure. I feel like there's not much of a point in the kick just yet. Yeah, I'll just use the cleanse for now. Definitely want to use the retribution because Kylo Ren here is going to AoE. Thank you, sir. Oh, nice. That was a beautiful dodge. Help me preserve my... what's the thing called again? Ooh, 22 stacks. Is anyone able to take him out before? Nah. Okay, then I'll just basic. 22, that's beautiful. But I can't really use them on this guy. I'll just use them on him. Hopefully I can 60 this. Just gotta remember to use Shaq's heal thing if it's available, if I have a chance to. It's not available. But in the next turn, maybe if I can keep him alive long enough without... Well, that's... I was gonna say maybe if I keep him alive long enough without killing him, but that's kind of what keeping someone alive is, I guess. Yes, nice. That's what I was hoping for. He just ran off the screen. And there we go. So since I lost, what is it, like 25 banners up against this team here, I'll probably end up somewhere in the 19-10 range, something like that, depending on how I do on fleets, of course. So negotiator. This menu here seems to be like a recurring issue for me on my BlueStacks. It just doesn't react really, and half the time it seems to freeze. And then it just gets stuck in text search. So odd. Let's see, I can put Rex in here. I could also try to go with the lineup with a bit less ships. Guess that's an option as well. Yeah, and then I can leave Rex out, because I will be bleeding some banners anyway. Just thinking out loud. Plo and Ahsoka. And that should be enough. Let's see what we can get up against this. I don't actually fight this lineup a whole lot in my fleet arena. A lot of people run different kind of combinations. A lot of people have malevolences. Because I guess they just like the sort of easier climb for them, where they don't have to think about all of the different abilities and such. Now there's no point for me to use the Dispel here because I am debuffed. Hopefully you can drop him low enough here. Perfect. Now I can put the taunt back up on him. Turn meter boost not really necessary with these so high up. And hopefully my Y-Wing Dispel will come at the perfect time. Oh, didn't expect to get a Houndstooth kill there. Yes. That didn't actually get him under. That's really weird. Okay. Yeah, then I'll just keep going. Was the damage so stupidly low that I didn't actually trigger the Undying Loyalty there? I'll have to look back at that. Well, it should expire then instead. And then maybe an AoE from Anakin the next turn will dispose of him. Or, nah, Ahsoka isn't gonna do the job. I do like how they have this little detail where a ship is on fire if it's really in trouble. Yeah, now he gets to go. Bah. Absolutely murdering my banners. And that didn't actually get either of them. Oh well. Oh well. That's some lousy setup. And that should do the job. Ugly. So that's going to be 1907, yeah. Not really a pretty score, but he's definitely not going to get through this, so I'm not concerned about winning. I'll show you how it ended up in the final round. For now, I'm just curious, who might I be facing? Devin, Vader, both of them big Padme fans it seems. 5.2, 209. Is he preloaded with Rey or with Kylo? Rey it seems. Okay. And then the other one, which I'm not going to pretend I know how to pronounce. 5 mil. Lower lifetime. I wonder what happened to one of the other guys. They were pretty good. I think they just didn't really participate or something. Okay, well, it seems likely that I would fight the other guy, but like the Devon guy, but we'll see. I'll see them in the finals. Thank you for watching. I hope you all had a good Grand Arena round, and I'll see you all again soon for the finals. Take care, everyone.